Hi friends, we are headed to Costco kid-free in the big old van. I've got to get some things today. I'm thinking I'm gonna pick up some bags of dirt from Costco to help start filling up some of my garden beds, my raised garden beds that I got from Vego. So if you're interested in raised garden beds, if you want to have the best chance at success for gardening, or the best chance at success in your gardening season, or for your gardening season, check out the Vego garden beds, because raised garden beds are where it's at. You retain more moisture in your soil, they're easier on your back and body to tend to, and the production is amazing because you can keep all the nutrients contained within that container garden bed. Whereas when you put your fertilizers and everything on the ground, the rain can wash it away, but having a raised or container bed keeps all the nutrition in there. So we're gonna pick up some dirt for our garden as well as groceries, because this family can eat and the kids need produce. I do too, but we just need food. Aaron's back in town. He's gonna be headed out of town again. So I gotta make sure that I've got food to survive 5 kids and myself while he's out of town. We're used to it. We're a military family. So we're used to him traveling and him being gone. It's nothing new to me as a mom. I just try to stay stress-free and healthy, because when I get stressed out, I get really sick because I have a bad immune system. I have bad days, and I have chronic pain days and days where I can hardly move. And so for those days, I get quick and easy food, quick and easy snacks for the kids. And then on the days that I feel amazing, I'm able to prepare meals and cook from scratch. I try not to complain about my health, or I try not to complain when I'm feeling down in the dumps or when I'm in pain. I just truck through and push through and just keep on going. I started my channel 8-9 years ago to share that even with obstacles in motherhood, we can still do all the hard things. And I wanted to share that eating healthy is a priority, and that eating nourishing foods and feeding your family nourishing foods is a priority for good health. So that is why I started this channel many years ago. I wanted to share holistic parenting, holistic lifestyle, holistic parenting, holistic motherhood with people, just to show that there's a different way that's not mainstream. Of course, we still live life easy and have those conveniences, those modern American conveniences. Hey, they're great, but we try to live holistically as we can. So let's go into Costco, see what we can find. Costco's got their greenhouses in again, $1,000. Pretty basic, but you've got places to hang things up there. Put a fan in if you need to. Got a shelf. Table all around. Benches. This would be cool. Last time I was in here they had dirt. I don't see any dirt this time. Alright. So these are $3.99 for the paddle boards and $1.49 for the large inner tubes. They've also sold out of the gun cabinets, the gun safes. Got some cool outdoor blankets. Oh yeah, I know who I'm grabbing one of these for. Somebody's birthday's coming up. Of course, Costco has golf clubs, but if you're in the Bend area, go see Aaron, of course, at Aubrey Glen, and he'll get you fitted. Got the golf travel cases, golf umbrellas, Callaway women's golf clubs. Maybe that's what I need, is the Callaway women's golf clubs, but I don't play golf. They've got some special deal going on these today. Hard to resist all the different books they have. These sets look really cool. I'll show them to my kids, the videos, see if they have any interest in reading any of these. They read books. They go through about a novel a day or two, so they read a lot. We've got this set, which looks cool, so I'll see if they're interested. They've got a bunch of different things. We have the Hunger Games. We have 3 sets because I accidentally over-ordered, and they might be different because these Target ones are slightly different. But we have all the Magic Treehouse. We don't have this, I don't think. C.S. Lewis Space Trilogy. I need to pick Riker up something for his birthday, so maybe one of these sets. We've got these cute little shorts, and then they've got these Roxy swim sets. These cute little shorts and stuff. Then they've got the same for the boys over here. Got these, which all my kids are asking for. I always check out their cookie selections because they always have yummy ones in these cute little tins. And right now they've got the French cookie collection with a little milk chocolate and caramel tartlet. Sounds amazing. Might actually have to get one of those. Okay, so these are actually on sale, $7.99 for one of these tins. Pretty cool. So tempted to be frugal today, but we ended up spending, and I say we, but it's just me. Attempted to be frugal, ended up spending over $500. So I'll get all this stuff home. I just got it packed up. I'm gonna run inside and grab some pizzas because we have mountain biking today. And when I get home, it's unload, grocery haul, load up, mountain biking. So I'm gonna go grab some pizzas for the kids to eat in the meantime. Hooray for us. We made it back from Costco in one solid piece. And as soon as I got home, Aaron had to leave. And that's our life. We just switched places and wing it every day. So let me share with you what I picked up from Costco. I hope you guys enjoy this haul. Oh, my kids don't know what to do with themselves since we haven't found a raw milk source. And I even asked our Azure Standard drop-off guy who organizes it, and they seem to be well-versed in all of the delicious foods and everything, the healthy foods that you can get locally and all of that. They didn't have a source. They have a guy up in Portland, but that's really far, so I'm not sure how that works or if they'd get it from Azure, or I'm not even going to say that because it doesn't come from Azure. It's just the people that have the drop know about raw milk in Portland. Anyways, long story short, can't give away all my secrets about my Azure people. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, the kids prefer the A2 whole milk over other types of milk. I have tried to buy other types of organic milk and they complain about it. They miss their raw milk, but we have 2 of these and we are limited on fridge and freezer space. So one of these is going to go in the freezer. Hopefully one fits in the fridge, and it's 4 cartons in each one. So we'll see how that goes. Down here, we've got our potatoes for the next few weeks. Got a big old bag of sweet potatoes. That's 5 pounds. And then a 10-pound bag, I believe, of these large, gigantic, they're monstrous 10-pound bag of potatoes. We also grabbed a huge watermelon. It looks tasty. And we grabbed some strawberries, and we're going to take these to the mountain bike park with us today. Along with the 2 pizzas you see right there, we grabbed some pizza because as soon as I'm done with this, we're putting away the groceries, loading up the bikes, and going to Phil's Trailhead where we're going to do some mountain biking because that's always so much fun. If you're familiar with Bend, it's a fun place to go. Back here, we've got our premium Kirkland signature towels. Needed another restock of those. It's spring and pine pollen and allergy season. So we got lots of sniffles and stuff. I actually think a couple of my kids might have some kind of cold or cough going on because it seems like it's a little bit more than allergies. So we grabbed some more tissues. Here we have some bell peppers, a bag of Gala apples, some cucumbers, pretty self-explanatory. We make cucumber pickles. We just slice up the cucumbers and throw some apple cider vinegar on them. The kids love those. Candy grapes, thought that sounded yummy. Grab those for the kiddos too, as well as some blueberries. I've got Somebody's Watching Me. I can't remember how that song goes, but you know which one I'm talking about. Somebody's watching me. Back here, a giant pineapple. I got the biggest one I could because they were $4.99 each, I think. Big bag of Cara pink navel oranges. Those will be fun to slice up and put in a container to take with us when we go on our hikes and our bikes. Some bananas that are going to rot. I still need to do something with the bananas that rotted last time. I'm going to make some banana chocolate chip bread. That'll be yummy. Or maybe I'll smash up the bananas and use them in the brownie mix I got because I'm a cheater. And I got some brownie mix. You know, we have not bought cake mix or brownie mix in a really long, probably a decade. I'm being serious. Cake mixes or brownie mixes. It's been a long time, so I picked up some brownie mix. We make ours from scratch, but not this time, not this month, Mama, or next month. They have these giant bagels, 2 for $7, and they're pretty fresh. When I get them from the grocery store, they don't taste as fresh as the ones from Costco. Of course, we could make them from scratch, but it's not the season for this. It's so busy. If you have kids 13 and under, then you might be feeling the same right now in your life with spring and the outdoor everything going on. So we take a bag of bagels with us on hikes and bikes, and they're easy. It's like bagels and oranges and fruit and stuff. You take those on your bikes and hikes for post-bike snack. and it's great. Romaine lettuce, romaine hearts. We've been making a lot of salads. These are way cheaper than buying the individual bag salads. And then we put peppers on them. I've got some tomatoes, and we just, whatever we have. And Costco has the Olive Garden dressing. So I bought some Olive Garden dressing a little while ago. And that's what we've been using and to marinate chicken and to do all that yummy stuff. 3 packages of 18 eggs. And we just don't have the fridge and freezer space. I would get, you know, a whole lot more eggs than that, but we just don't have the space for them. So I do run back to the store often for things like milk, produce, and eggs, because we go through a lot of these items. These are our primary diet. And then everything else is just fun stuff, fill in the gaps. Like this smoked Gouda and peppers dip and spread. And then we also got the white queso again with diced green chilies. Both of those are tasty. And this week I splurged on the grass-fed butter because they still have it on sale. It still wasn't as cheap as the grass-fed Costco butter, but because it was $3 off, I just went ahead and grabbed 2 of them so I can be a little bougie, you know, get that green foil paper and feel fancy for a week or 2. Right here, we've got hot habanero jack and pepper jack cheeses for my boys, the men in the house, the growing men in the house. They like their cheese spicy. The rest of us have bulk cheese from Azure. And then this is just easy for them to grab out and throw on their sandwiches. Ground beef, the 3-pack, and it's over a pound. It's a pound, 0.34 in each pack. So we usually cook up one of these if we're making anything normal that uses ground beef. And then if we're going to do something like sloppy joes or hamburgers, we'll do 2 packs, and then that way we can have leftover. But if we're going to do like a sauce or something, spaghetti or whatever, bolognese, we'll do 1 pack. We still have elk and deer in our fridge, fortunately, in our freezer. So I get these to do elk and deer once or twice a week, and then to do ground beef once or twice a week. And then I've got some chicken. I opted for the frozen, boneless, skinless chicken breast this time. Last time I got chicken thighs, and then I got some chicken breasts. And I just now made chicken broth the other day, and I'm going to share that in a meal prep video. So I just grabbed some chicken breasts because I thought these would be quick and easy. They're already frozen. I had been buying the raw chicken breast and then freezing them, but these make more sense. They don't use any antibiotics in them. They're not organic, but that's okay. We can do non-organic some things. On occasion, it's totally fine. I'm not a huge stickler for organic everything. I used to be. And if you've been around this channel for 9 years or however long it's been up, I used to be a huge stickler for organic, made from scratch for all my babies, all my breastfed babies. You know how it is. Very, 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 very strict. And then as my kids grew up, and now that I have a 4-year-old, I have relaxed a little bit and gotten easy things, non-organic things, things like that. And I don't sweat the small stuff. It's too expensive to eat organic, everything. It's ridiculous. And it's not feasible. It's not realistic for a lot of people. So it's not realistic for us. So we get non-organic things at times. It just seems wild to me to criticize people for feeding their families the best they can and the best they know how with the resources that they have and the time and everything. You know, you have to take in consideration all the things. So Daisy, sour cream, my husband, and I don't know that any of my other kids do, but my husband does like sour cream, so we get that for him. Mexican style cheese blend makes my life easier to have it pre-shredded. And someone mentioned that the cheese is only coated in cornstarch, not a big deal. Back here, we've got some 24-pack of washcloths, you guys. These were $13.99, I think, for this 24-pack of soft, big washcloths. Now, you can get cheap rinky-dink washcloths from the Dollar Tree, and they're $1.25 a piece. So this is a steal. They're really soft, and with our large family, I noticed the other day that we needed washcloths, so went ahead and grabbed. Dirt season's coming up. Got to scrub. I mean, we scrub anyways, but we need more washcloths. We were running out between loads, between washings. Mango nectar, this is the yummiest stuff ever. Yeah, did I say that right? This is the yummiest stuff ever. I'm tired. This is good stuff. Some of my kids, or maybe one of my kids, doesn't like it, but everybody else does. We mix it half and half with water because it's really thick and really sweet and delicious. But it's too much for us, so we mix it half and half in water. We're not a huge sweets family, so when we eat cookies and things like that, it's really overpowering to us. So a little goes a long way with sweet stuff. We have Go-Gurts back here. We like to freeze those for kids' popsicles, especially this time of year and going into summer. If you watched my last grocery haul, I'm like popsicle mania over here. Every grocery haul I grab popsicles because it keeps them happy and quiet. It really does. It buys me time between meals to say, hey, go outside and eat a popsicle. And they're great. So if you're a mom and you need to buy yourself like 5-10 minutes of sanity, get your kids some popsicles and keep them stocked. You can make them too, but it's a real chore to keep popsicles flowing with everything else for this many kids. That's it. Mini fruit bars are good. Aaron packs those in his lunch. The kids pack those in their mountain bike bags when they're on a 3-hour bike ride. And those are quick and easy energy for them. And then we also got the pure organic layered fruit bars. Those are tasty snacks too. And the Stretch Island fruit strips variety pack. We just went ahead and got a variety of fruit snacks this time. Tried to stay away from the gummies that we normally get, and I just tried to stick to minimal ingredients, fruit, no added colors or anything weird. So that's what we ended up with this week. Ziploc bags and Ziploc bags. I have a glass top cook stove, and I'm nervous about pressure canning in my big pressure canner on the glass top. So I have a huge batch of bone broth or chicken stock in my refrigerator that I need to put in Ziploc bags, lay flat, and freeze tonight. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I figure as long as we have this glass top stove, I may not be canning like I used to. I'm not sure yet. Let me know if you have a glass top stove. Do you can on it with your large canners? Hold on a second. My boys are outside fighting. Boys will be boys. They're outside playing squirt water gun things that I got at Costco last time I was there. And of course they're fighting because somebody squirts and nobody wants to be squirted. That's just life. So sometimes you got to manage that. Maple syrup, organic maple syrup. They're fine now. All right, back here we've got triple chocolate Ghirardelli. My brother and sister-in-law used to buy these all the time when I lived with them. They shopped at Costco a lot, and they would bring similar, maybe not the exact same, but they would bring home the Ghirardelli chocolate brownies, and they were yum. Oh, I forgot ice cream. I was going to buy Costco ice cream. Honestly, I ran out of room in my cart, and I ran out of time to make a trip back into the store to get more stuff because there's a few things that I forgot. Vanilla ice cream was one of them because we were going to do vanilla ice cream on triple chocolate brownies, and it was going to be so good. But I'll just have to get some next time I'm in town. Back to why I have Ziploc bags for freezing things for right now. And the variety ones, did we get any gallons in there? Yes, we did get some gallons. That's why I got those for the gallons and because they were on sale. And this was a better deal than the Ziploc brand that had the quart bags. I think these were $9 for those. And this might have been $11 for those. But life has just changed. We don't have the refrigerator. We don't have an extra refrigerator, and we don't have 2 deep freezers and an extra half fridge freezer. So we have a glass top cook stove. My food storage is changing just a little bit. I also have a lot of vacuum seal bags and things like that. But for right now, quick and easy, we're just going to put our broth in those. There's that. Down here, chicken breast, ham, and choice roast beef. One of these packs will get us through the kids' 1 community day a week. 1 community day a week, 1 community day a week for the next 3 weeks. They have 6 or 7 weeks left in school. I got Aaron a pack of Italian sparkling mineral water and some tortilla trips. Some tortilla trips to go along with the dips. So Aaron, when he comes home from work, if I don't have dinner on the table when he walks through the door, sometimes I don't, he and the kids will get some tortilla chips in those and snack on them while I'm cooking dinner. And that's totally fine with me. And it's a yummy little snack for them. So what do you think my total is? Of course, let me go dig out my receipt because at Costco, they stand guard at the door and make you show them your receipt. I don't know what happens if you don't show them your receipt. Has anybody ever ran by the Costco exit door attendant without showing their receipt? In the pandemic, I probably would have been ballsy and tried it, but I have not tried it recently. All right, total is $579.17. Of course, I forgot to show you guys this, but I'm gonna stick it in this video real quick. All right, we grabbed some youth shorts, size 10-12 for one of my kiddos that needs some shorts. We grabbed this for my kiddo whose birthday's coming up. And these linen blend, pants from Briggs. These were $11, so I grabbed those. This is like my favorite style pant to wear in the spring and summer. I love them, especially cool nights and things like that. I love, love, love that. And then this is the last thing that I got, and I'm just gonna keep it down in here so nobody actually sees what it is. But this was, I think, $22 for this, and we're excited about that because we've got trees out here that can go in, and that'll be a fun little place for reading and doing that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll do a full 13-year-old haul when I get all that stuff, but in the meantime, this is what we have so far. One of the things we've had to do is adjust to our refrigerator size, because this is a rather large refrigerator, but at our other house we had two refrigerators, two refrigerator freezers combos. We also had a deep freezer, two deep freezers. So now we just have one deep freezer and one of these, and purchasing groceries enough to feed this family to fit everything has been a challenge. So I can't do monthly grocery hauls yet, but one day we'll get back to monthly grocery hauls. I just do big hauls when my refrigerator gets mostly empty. So we were down on our produce. We had a few apples, some cucumbers, and two things of lettuce left in this little drawer. And then everything else was pretty barren. That right there is my sourdough starter. I've got to get that out and get that going. I haven't messed with it since months before the move, and feel blessed and thankful to be able to fill a refrigerator like this. But it's been a bit of a mental switch to not overbuy, and somehow I have not bought more than what my fridge can hold. Every time I've grocery shopped, I've always gotten it as full as possible. So that's been nice. That's been good. So thanks for hanging out. So nearly made it to $600 for this month's biggest Costco grocery haul. I do make some smaller hauls throughout the month. I go in there and grab a few things here and there. I tried to grab as much stuff as I could. We did not have two carts because I shopped alone. If Aaron was with me, we would have had two carts. If I had more time, if he didn't have to go to work, I could have definitely made another trip in and filled up another cart with stuff and gotten the last few things we needed that I didn't get this time, but that's okay. I do have to run into another store and get some bits and bobs, you know, the single items that aren't gigantic bulk Costco items. So there's some things that I need to grab from another store. I will do another grocery haul on another day. And I also have my Azure standard haul for you guys, my next video coming out. And I got some cool things for spring in that haul. It's pretty small, but I'm happy with it and excited about spring and summer and garden season and growing season. So if you are looking for garden season type things, check out the Azure Standard Haul, or subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when that video drops. And thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciated having you here and shopping with me in Costco and hearing me jab about life and things and perspectives and motherhood and all that good stuff. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.